Very good morning once again. This is my day 4, and today, according to the plan, I was supposed to ride from here, from Ambala to Sonmarg. Now there is a change in plan a little bit. I need to do two things immediate. First, I need to just get my bike service in sense, for last 2 days I'm getting this vibe that something is not good with my bike or something is wrong with my bike. One, that oil level is constantly been declining, although yesterday I topped it, got it back to the level where it's supposed to be. Today morning again I checked, got to see it is same the problem, so I thought I need to just show it to the service center, and service center is very close here. So once I'm done with that, I need to tell you a story what happened yesterday. Too much of traffic around me, what made me to come to Ambala, that too so late. So there's another story, so I will share this story as and when we start our ride. So the first thing first, I need to get my bike serviced. So see you later at the service center. Bye bye. So once I'm sorted out with my bike problem, then I'm good to go. Then probably I don't know how long will it take to repair. I assume that at least by, depends on how many bikes they have to repair, at least by 12 if I manage to get the bike in my possession, then at least Pathankot would be the place where I would like to take a stay, because Pathankot is around 400 or 300 something from here, which is doable. Yeah, now since I've been riding 700-800 kilometer per day, this 400 is like a chiller. Anyway, so this is a plan for the day, and let's see how it goes. So far so good, and welcome to this epic journey of Goa to Leh 2023. So this is a beautiful Ambala green city, as you can see. Now I'm going towards the service center. And by the way, there's another story which I need to tell you all, why and what made me to come to Ambala rather than the Rohtak. You know, that too riding entire night till what? I reached at what? 1:45, right? I never done this before, and in the initial plan it was not supposed to be, but something happened. A new plan was fetched at that point of time, and things were going good, but then things took an ugly turn. So I will talk about it later. First, let me just get my bike things done. Alright, so I'll see you guys later at the service center. So the update as of now is this, that piston is gone. Piston had a problem. So the technician suggested me that I better change it right now, because if I don't take that risk, then anything is possible in the up north. So the mechanic also suggested better you change it, and as a result of this piston issue, that led to the damage of my clutch plates. So again I need to change entire clutch plates along with the entire set. So that is extra another cost. I'll tell you the cost end of the day, as in when I get my final bill. So as of now, what we have done is this: piston will be replaced with its head. Clutch plates have already been installed with new packing. A side stand is already been installed. Now only what we are waiting as of now is for the piston and the head, because piston and head was not available here at this showroom. So the manager was very kind enough to get that piston and a head from another branch of theirs, which is almost 15 kilometers from here. So I came here at what time? 9:30, and it's almost now 2 o'clock. Almost entire work is done. So as soon as the piston is available with the head, they will fix it, and I expect that by at least by 3:30 I should have my bike, and then I'll continue riding towards Pathankot, which is approximately around 280 kilometers from this place in Ambala. So yeah, and oil is also been changed, and another air filter is also being changed along with the air filter pipe. So that's a big job what we have done today as of now. My intuition, as I was talking about in last 2 days, my bike was telling me that something is wrong, because I've been riding this bike for 10 years. Yeah, I bought this Royal Enfield Classic 350 in 2013, and since then I've been riding this. I never felt different sort of in last 2 days, although it was repaired in Goa, but we didn't anticipate it that piston will create a problem. So yeah, this is the update as of now. So as soon as I get my bike back with final bill, I'll be able to tell you all exactly how much the total cost of today's recap. So welcome back to my channel, and it's 6:15 in the evening. I just got my bike fixed. It took a long time, it took an entire one day, and as I was talking about, there are certain things which has been changed in my bike. The major thing was piston got replaced with the piston head basically. Then entire clutch plates and the entire box of the clutch was changed. Then air filter was changed along with the air filter pipe. Side stand got fixed in sense new one has been installed, and this is that center where I got my servicing done. Everything cost me, and oil change, obviously oil has to be changed. Everything cost me around 18,000. right now. That's a big amount, by the way. I had to do this because I don't wanted to take any risk from here, and there's a problem with my map. Let me just fix the map. Yeah, okay, all right, so map is fixed. Now I'm traveling to Ludhiana. Clutch cable is also been changed, so everything cost me 18,000 for this upgrade on my bike. And yes, I must say that bike has become very smooth now. It has come very smooth, and I think as we move ahead in next couple of days, bike should perform well. Now the mechanic guy has already told me that I don't have to speed up. He said till you reach Leh, because I need to change my oil after 1500 kilometers because piston is new. It required some time, it seems, and because of that he has strictly asked me to not cross 50 to 60 kilometer or do not cross 60 kilometer at any point of time. So I have to ride between 40 to 60 slowly for next 1500 kilometers, and once I reach Leh I have to change the oil. So that is another thing which I have to remember, because I have this habit of cruising literally at 70-80, particularly on the highway. So I have to remember this because piston is really new right as of now. So that's the one thing. Now initially I thought that if I would have got the bike at around, let's say 3 o'clock, I could have made it to Pathankot, but it is now not possible. So I'm going to ride till Ludhiana, which is 100 kilometers from here, and yeah, at least tomorrow when I start my ride early morning at 6, at least some distance would be reduced. So that is the point of starting this ride. I have a lot to talk about. I remember telling you about yesterday's fiasco which happened to got me here in Ambala, because according to my original plan I was not supposed to be in Ambala, I was supposed to be in Rohtak, but something triggered, something new plan fetched up. So I will share those details about what happened yesterday and how I made it to Ambala. By the way, I reached Ambala at almost 1:45. By the time I checked in, it was 1 in the night, late night in fact. So that has a story. I will definitely going to narrate this story. As of now, we are waiting for a train crossing here. I think train is going to come sooner or later, and once we are done, yes, train has come, and here comes the Great Indian Railway. I'm good to go for next 300 kilometers of range. Again, constantly I have to remember that I don't have to speed up now. I just have to maintain the speed between 40-60. Fatak khul gaya. Chalo, chalte hain. So I'll tell you the story what happened yesterday. If you remember that last video where I had no idea what was waiting for me, in fact. So after that, suddenly the Ambala city was around 200 plus kilometers, approximately 3 hours. So I said, okay, chalo, let's give it a shot, let's give it a try. So we continued, and after 60-70 kilometer we took a halt because that was the exit point for Rohtak. So we just took a break for a 10-15 minutes, like just to have a water and to do some chit chatting. In between, one of the guy who was riding adventure in Gujarati, he said to something to his partner or his friend, fellow rider, that let's start the bike. I said, do we have a time? 5-10 minutes. I just want to change my GoPro batteries. They said, okay, yeah, you can change. And as I was changing, this guy started his bike and went off. Looking at him, the second guy also went off. The Dominar fellow actually waited for me for some time. And in between, I thought I'll just need to readjust my map on my phone. So as I was readjusting the map, the third guy also left. So I thought, okay, fine, they are just ahead, maybe a kilometer or two, and I can catch up with them. So by the time I got my phone fixed, my map fixed, these three guys just disappeared in the thin air. Seriously. And the highway is so straight, I couldn't see them anywhere, and I was like, where the hell they disappeared? Anyways, I thought let me just continue to chase them out. And I was riding at that point of time at the speed of what, 80 continuously, thinking that I will catch them up. And there was no point, you know, almost for a next 30-40 kilometers I didn't find them on the highway. And after 30-40 kilometers I could see three bikes at a distance, and I knew that these are the same guys. So I somehow caught up with them and we continued our journey. The Dominar guy allowed me to, you know, take the third position, and he took the position of a tailer, or a tail basically. So his job was to sweep everyone. And again for the next 10 kilometers we were riding together, and suddenly the two guys front, the FZ guy and adventure guy, they decided to speed up. I said, okay, let them speed up. I have the third guy with me. He is following me, so I don't have to, you know, speed up. I'll go at my ease. And as we were riding, the front two guys, they disappeared again. And when I looked at in my rear mirror view, the fellow at the tail also was disappeared. You know, this is a very fishy sort of story. I know it's very hard to believe, but that's a fact, what I'm trying to tell you. So I thought, okay, I'll slow down because this guy is not been seen in my mirror, because you never know what may has happened to him. And the rule of the riding says that if you have a fellow rider following you and if you can't see him, you need to slow down so that you have to catch up with him. So I slowed down and I was riding at a 30-40 speed. After some time, that fellow came and he signaled me saying that go. I thought, okay, he's asking me to go fast. So I thought, okay, you are there behind, he's coming. He just gave me a thumbs up sort of signal. So I continued for some time and didn't even check behind whether this fellow is coming or not, because there were a lot of vehicles were coming, a lot of lights were there. So I thought one of them would be him. So I continued thinking that I will be able to catch up with these two guys at the front, right? And for next 100 kilometers, you won't believe this, there was no sign of these two guys in the front, nor the sign of the fellow who was coming from behind. Just disappeared. I thought, okay, I'm going to wait them at the toll naga, basically checkpoint. Maybe, you know, these two guys will wait for him and I will wait for him as well. So I was there waiting for the third guy. Anyways, when I reached at the checkpoint, there was no sign of these two guys. So they must have gone ahead. And I almost thought I'll wait for him 10-15 minutes to see if this fellow turns up. This fellow also have not turned up, and I was alone by myself now. So I thought better to continue riding till Ambala city. Maybe I thought in the Ambala city entry point, I may find these two guys and then we'll see what can be done. So for next another 30-40 kilometers till I reach Ambala, you know, in the heart of the city, I did not find any of these guys. Forget about those two guys, and there was no point of waiting for this third guy. So I knew that I'm by myself now, and by the time I reached Ambala, it was 12:30, right? So I took the decision quickly, thinking that there's no point of waiting for these three guys. They may have had some other plans. They will meet up because three of them are riding together. They will have their contact number. I have had no idea about them, and I didn't took even their contact number, so there was no point of calling them. So the next task was for me to find the hotel, and in next 15 minutes I finally found the hotel, decided to park myself there, got fresh, and by the time I went to sleep it was 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock finally I went to sleep, thinking all the while that I hope these three guys eventually will meet each other and may have found accommodation somewhere in Ambala. So this is how the story went on. You know, you meet people, strange people sometime on the highway, and you talk to them, and then you ride together for some time, and then you just disappeared. So this is the story which happened yesterday, and because of this I landed up in Ambala almost at 12:32, quarter to 1. So this was the story, and therefore I have decided henceforth that I will not going to ride with anybody, unknown people, that too at night. I'm going to stick back to my plans. Let's not take the chances, because this is new place. I have no idea who were those guys were, but whoever those guys were, they gave me a company to some extent, and at least enabled me to travel till Ambala. This is how I landed in Ambala. That's story number 1, and there is no other story. Other story was very simple, that I just met another 4 riders from Kerala at the workshop, at the showroom. They came with their bike. They had a problem with their Himalayan, so we just had a conversation for half an hour, and then we got to know that they are also traveling to Leh. Obviously everybody, if they are here, they are riding either Leh or Spiti Valley. So these guys were supposed to ride to Spiti. It seems they have changed their plan, and they decided to ride the same route which I am taking via Pathankot to Srinagar. So I just received back a message from one of them. In fact, this time we exchanged the number. So his name is Praveen, and he's following me on Insta, and I'm following him as well. So he messaged me saying that they are heading towards Pathankot. What is my update? I said my bike is not yet ready. I'm expecting that by my bike should be ready by at least another hour or so. So I won't be able to ride till Pathankot, and I don't want to ride because it is almost 5 hours journey from Ambala, and if I start at this point of time, again I'll land in Pathankot midnight. So I don't want to do that. So that was a good decision. So I said I'm going to ride till Ludhiana in next 2 hours. I'll take a halt at Ludhiana, and tomorrow I'll start my journey to Leh. So we will meet up somewhere in the Leh, because they want to go to Leh. I have their contact number. I've also told them that any update if you are receiving about, you know, Zojila Pass, whether it's raining, anything, just share it with me, because accordingly then I can plan my ride altogether. So this is a story. I just had my dinner here. It was simple dal fry and 3 rotis, and total bill is around 190. That's good, reasonable rates, I would say. That's the advantage of having food in dhaba compared to any restaurant. You get cheap food, and look at the ambience. It's beautiful, isn't it? Chalo, let's go. Now Ludhiana is around 35 kilometers from here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out for a hotel somewhere on the highway itself. I don't want to get into city, because tomorrow I have to take the same highway to Pathankot. Chalo, let's go. Again, very important, I have to maintain the speed, and somehow self is not working. I think some loose connection must have happened. Chalo, good night. Bye. Self is not working. Now I need to get this fixed again. Not tomorrow, obviously. Only when I get into the Leh, where I'm going to change my oil again. That is the point of time I think I'll better get it repaired. I'll just take a moment. I need to put my phones in proper space, otherwise I may lose them, 2 of them. Chalo, I'll catch you guys later. हाँ जी हम पहुँच गए पठानकोट, and my right hand side we have, in fact both the side. Hey, wait